Hello, Capricorns. Let's see what kind of week you're going to have, Capricorns. Let's get into it. Let's see what's in your cards. Talking to you wherever Capricorn is in your birth chart, even if you are on the cusp of Aquarius or Sagittarius. Theme for everybody is gratitude. What are you grateful for? Let's see what's in your cards. All right, let's go. All right. First card out of the deck, Eight of Cups. All right. So either there is a sun or moon sign, fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You're tossing something into a burning bowl. Either there's sun or moon sign. You're tossing it into a burning bowl. And you're walking by faith, not by fear, right? So whoever you are, again, even if you are on the cusp, right? You're pouring into yourselves. You're raising your frequency. You're getting some sun. And you all are cleansing by fire. That's even if you're just standing on your balcony, standing on your deck, standing in the window like a house plant. Don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. Somebody's getting ready to put step 1 through 10 together. You don't have to overdo that. Don't overdo it. You can get in your car and take a drive, sunlight. You can just open up your window. Here we have the Queen of Cups here, and start pouring into yourselves. Somebody is dealing with a very dark Emperor energy. So it's time for you to step into the light. Add some structure to some things. Yeah. You're changed, liberated, and free from an energy, but here we have the World card, right? And so somebody has already moved on from the dark side of that energy. So someone is learning how to pour into themselves. Someone's learning how to free themselves, right? Through adding structure to something, learning how to add structure, right? Especially when you're dealing with energies who jump to conclusions about things. When they jump to conclusions about things, right? You're learning how to add structure to things, learn how to create boundaries and enforce those boundaries. Right? Here we have the Four of Wands here. Right? So we're talking about a particular frequency, Capricorn. We're talking about a particular frequency. When we talk about frequency, we're talking about hertz, like music. The vibration of sound. That's why I talk about listening to water sounds a lot. So if you don't know what your moon sign is, you don't have to. You can listen to water sounds, right? If you don't have access to listening to water sounds, you can remember, and I'm serious when I'm saying this, you can remember what rain sounds like. You can remember what water sounds like. You can, when you wash your hands under water, like under the sink, water. You're washing a load of clothes, taking a shower, a bath, remembering what water sounds like, right? Very powerful. Water. When you're dealing with energies who feel like it's their way or the highway, when you're talking about creativity, sexuality, sensuality, intuition, feelings, emotions, trying to create an environment for you. Trying to make you angry. Like you're talking about put fire up under your water, right? Like an energy that's trying to bring you back into a circus, like trying to motivate you to come back into a circus, right? Right. Source is saying you're not motivated to come back into a circus, right? That's what's first and foremost, right? So that's one, right? That's one. You're tossing something into a burning bowl, Capricorn, and you are cleansing by fire. I did a reading about like how to cleanse gemstones and crystals a couple of years ago, right? So obviously you can cleanse some of them by gemstones. When I did the gemstones, I did like a giveaway of books, and that was like kind of one of the books, like how to cleanse your gemstones and crystals by putting them in the sunlight. And that's kind of like what is it called, sunbathing. That's kind of one of the things, cleansing, tossing some things into a burning bowl and getting some sun, right? Cleansing by fire. She has a yellow dress on right here, and this person has an amethyst in their hand, right? This is amethyst connects us with the crown chakra, right? So adjust your crown. Yeah. So somebody said, I can do this. Somebody said, I can do this. I can do this. I can leave. Somebody basically, I can do this. I can stop whatever it is you're like. You gotta remember this is the God card, right? So you're saying you're not making somebody else a human. You're not idolizing a human being. You're not making another human being your God, right? It's like something has a hold on you. That's what this is. Like something has some kind of control over somebody. Like somebody can't stop themselves. Right? Right? And we also have the Empress card, right? Here we have the Six of Swords here. So somebody said, I'm trying to move on from, I'm trying to get from around certain types of energies. So whatever it is that is toxic, for somebody's trying to, so what's between 6 and 8 is 7, right? 7. Somebody is trying to complete something. Somebody's trying to get away from a poisonous environment. Whether somebody's trying to stop drinking, or somebody is trying to stop something that's poisonous. Like somebody's trying to stop being around certain types of energies, trying to stop doing something. Somebody's trying. Somebody's trying. Yeah. It's like you have enough information at this point. So when we see the King of Pentacles is not it's not like somebody has a bank vault of money. That's the thing that people think. Like people see King of Pentacles. Like if I put in a title right now, King of Pentacles, for your reading, people will go, oh my God. Some people will look at it like, oh, I'm gonna get about a lot of money is about to come in, right? But that's not what it means. Not really. So it could, but as it relates to this, right? So far, the majority of cards that we have in your minor arcana, Capricorn, deals with creativity, right? So what Source is trying to tell somebody is that you have, it's almost like somebody is, you have a seed, like, okay. Obviously, this person is walking away. You kind of coming up, you're walking up on dry land. Like this person is on a beach, right? Looks like somebody's on a beach. So you're kind of walking up on dry land where you have like a sea of creativity. And so it's like somebody is, you have access to all of this water. Like you have access to all of this creativity. But somebody is in the wrong element. Right? So your polarity sign is water. Your polarity sign is water. Like there's value in every zodiac sign knowing their polarity sign, right? Your polarity sign is Cancer. Your earth sign, but your polarity sign is Cancer, right? Get to know that part of yourself. You don't have to get to know a Cancer, right? You don't have to go out and find a Cancer. It's in your birth chart. It's your polarity sign, right? Get to know that part of yourself, right? Get to know that part of yourself. Cancer is ruled by the moon. So if nothing else, know your moon sign right here. If nothing else, know your moon sign. Then go to Google and type in how to nurture my moon sign by my gender. Start pouring into yourself. Because somebody is operating in fear, like somebody is afraid to dive deep into their emotions. Like somebody is really afraid to connect with their divine feminine side of themselves. Possibly afraid of what people may think. Divine feminine has nothing to do, just so everybody is on the same sheet of music here. Divine feminine has nothing to do with sexuality, just so we're clear. Everybody embodies divine masculine to divine feminine. Divine feminine energy is receiving. So we're always in sending and receiving mode. If I send you, if I say hello, you received it. If I say to you, I'm sending you a message now, I'm talking to you, right? You just received what I said. How you interpret it, that's up to you. I'm sending you a message. You're in receiving mode right now. You watch this video, no matter when I recorded it, when you watch it, you're in receiving mode. That's divine feminine energy. What you receive, how you received it, that's divine feminine energy. It has nothing to do with sexuality. Nothing. It has nothing to do with gender. Look it up. So, let's see what else we got. So put together your list, and here's your this is Cancer right here, right? This is Cancer. Your polarity sign is Cancer, right? So yeah, look it up. Look it up. So Source is saying, get in touch with your feelings. Get in touch with your feelings, because someone is a highly creative. Somebody comes from a highly creative, and that's why you see this person with this tambourine in your hand, like something having to do with music. Somebody is really musically inclined, right? And so, but you could be in and that you got music. I mean, you have a lot of water here. You could be around, in spaces where you just feel like you're kind of caught in a rock and a hard place. Somebody could feel like that. We're just like not a whole lot of growth. So also another thing too is, even if, let's say, for instance, let's say for example, we also have the Empress card too, coming out twice. All right. So let's say, for example, in your bloodline, there's a lot of creativity, right? And you're motivated because we got fire here. You're motivated in your bloodline, fire, motivated to create in your bloodline, right? To create, to be creative. Even if it's not music, you could create whatever you want to create for yourself, whatever it is. Creativity is whatever you're trying to create for yourself. Like you can create whatever, like you can create a book if you want to write a book. You don't have to get stuck or fixated on just creating one thing. That's the beauty of knowing what your moon sign is, so that you can, like I said, at least start with listening to water sounds, so the creative ideas can flow. Creative ideas can flow, so that somebody's not stuck, right? So that you can really analyze things. You can really just take the time to say, okay, I'm going to sit down and really analyze what I want to create. Brainstorm, right? Brainstorm. So you can add some structure to your brainstorming. So that's what I see somebody, learning how to do. So here we have, so you don't feel like you sacrifice. So you don't feel like you sacrifice so much time in one area and something just didn't work out. That'll make anybody feel like you wasted all of your time and then it didn't produce anything. Like, okay, oh my God, I wasted so much time and money and effort, and then look, nothing. Right? That'll make anybody feel depressed. Right? It's anybody. So the beauty of water, it'll help you to say, okay, I can reroute my water. I'm a creative energy. So now I can create something else. I have a wealth. This is the King of Pentacles. I have a wealth of creativity, right? I can create something else. And that's what Source is going to reward you for. For dreaming bigger. That's what Source is going to reward somebody for, dreaming bigger. So even if you leave something behind and say, okay, I'm closing out one cycle of my life, I'm adding structure to it, right? So, for example, you write one book, right? So that book is finished. So you see a book on my table every week, right? So you say you write one book, that book is finished. Published. Let's say it's an ebook. That book is finished. Your creativity doesn't go away. While you're writing that one book, guess what? A lot of other ideas are coming. Okay, so hopefully we didn't miss too much. Okay, Capricorn. So, so you're writing one book, but guess what? While you're writing one book, you're not sitting there 24 hours a day writing that one book. You're getting up and you're eating. You may be watching a movie, but you're drawing inspiration everywhere you go. You go to the grocery store. You may be watching a movie on your phone or your television. Something you're doing. You're doing other things, but you're drawing inspiration. You're having dreams. You're talking to other people. You're drawing inspiration wherever you go. If you open up the notes section of your phone, you're like, oh, I just thought of something for my second book. There it is, right? I just thought of a title. I just thought of a chapter. I just thought of an idea. That's how it works. Because creatives never stop creating. You just keep creating. You just can't help it. You just, like, your brain is just going. You just keep creating, drawing inspiration from everywhere. That's what water looks like. You have to put it in a container. That's the light side of Emperor energy. So you can't be around people who is like, you got to do it one way or the highway. It has to be wiggle room. So that's what teamwork looks like. somebody has to give you an opportunity to say, okay, your container works for you, but what does it look like when I put it in mine? Those are sources trying to help you, you know, not be afraid to speak up, not be afraid to say, okay, that may work for you, how you did something, but what works for me is this way. When I'm trying to do it, works for me this way. So to help you to be more analytical, right? Help you to be a little bit more analytical in just your approach, to dream bigger, right? Not afraid to dream bigger. Right? So the source is trying to put you around more people who are compassionate towards what you're trying to do, you know, help to pour more into you, right? Right. Without hearing people being called dark, you know, dark energy, right? Being called dark. You have to be able to see the dark and light of things. That's called duality. That is called duality. It is not one way or the highway. It is called duality. Right? So, here's a 10 of Cups. Just like some families look like this. Some families look like there's 10 kids in between there. Sometimes some families look like there's just dad. Sometimes families look like there's just mom. Sometimes it looks like just a mom and a dad. There's no kids, right? So there's many different definitions of family. So that's what Source is trying to say. There's variations of things, right? But so Source is just saying, you know, it has to be some wiggle room. It really, really has to be some wiggle room. It's just not just one way. Here's the Magician card here. So Source needs you to learn how to be an initiator, you know, but you have to have clarity of thought. It can't just be shut down. That makes a person feel powerless. Makes a person feel powerless, like they just don't have an opinion. They have no thought whatsoever. They don't have the freedom to create anything. It just doesn't produce any growth. Here we have the Ace of Cups. Doesn't produce any growth there. So I do see some kind of a new beginning happening here. You know, some kind of new beginning happening here. Here we have some good news is coming. Page of Cups. Some new beginning is happening here. Right? Let's see you moving on in childlike faith. New beginning is happening here. There's something made me feel like a David and Goliath situation happening here. Here we have the Two of Wands here. So somebody may be taking a cruise. Somebody may be taking a cruise. You know, a lot of water here, right? There's some more inspiration. Deep sea salt water. There's that water we're talking about. That's what somebody may need, or being around all these being around a lot of energy vampires, right? Could be just a geographical location you're in. This could be at a grocery store, literally. Just being around a whole lot of people can literally just drain the life out of you, where you just feel emotionally drained. And here comes Source, the living water inside of you, and says, ta-da! Here's a cruise. You're going on a cruise, and you feel so inspired being in a big old boat in the middle of an ocean, and can't figure out for the life of you why you feel so inspired. And then, ta-da! You watch this video and go, it's the water. You're in the middle of a big ocean. That's where you're drawing your inspiration, in the middle of water, in the boat. There it is. All the water you need to fill back up. There it is. So whatever anxiety you may have been having will be going away very soon. So if somebody is going on a cruise, Congratulations. There you go. Right? So somebody won't feel like they are, so you can break a generational cycle, chain, and curse of not necessarily feeling judged or judging anybody else, because that's what Source is trying to help somebody to learn how to do, is in that creativity. You even going on a cruise literally could break that drought. Literally could break a drought. You being in the middle of an ocean on a boat literally can break that, because you're getting off of the dry land. Look at this right here. Remember, you just walked up on dry land, out in the sunlight, tossing some things into a burning bowl. See this person right here? Even if you're not on a boat, let's say you go to the park, right? Let's see what areas. Hold on, let me think. New York, Hudson River, New York. Let's say you live in New York, Hudson River. What's in D.C.? Haynes Point, D.C. Haynes Point. Let's say you go down to Haynes Point, D.C. You stand there at the Anacostia River. What's some other places? What's some other places? Trying to get my brains together while I'm filming here. I'm thinking of a bay. Y'all drop some places below for some fellow Capricorns who may be really kind of having like a drought. Like, think of some places you can go where like there's a large body of water for some other Capricorns who may be feeling like, okay, they are like emotionally dehydrated, right? So help your fellow Capricorns out for this week. So when you watch this video, if you can think of like a large body of, see how this person right here, it doesn't have to be a ship. They don't have to be going on a cruise. That'd be nice if people could go on a cruise, right? A lot of places have like a 1-day cruise, 3-day cruise, whatever. Everybody can't afford it. But let's see how this person right here is like standing like this, like they're kind of standing somewhere. Like a person could go and just kind of sort of watch, like overlook something, like overlook a body of water. Like an ocean, like Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, maybe Caribbean Ocean, somewhere, right? Drop some comments below, to help somebody, because that really is all people really need. Just kind of, maybe somebody could take a notepad, just sit down, think, and just free write. To kind of sort of get re-inspired to just break generational, think about how you're going to break generational cycles, chains, and curses, right? To get your thoughts clear, to get your thoughts and your mind clear. You may find that's something that you can do. That's where that creativity comes back. So somebody is really, really determined to kind of sort of get your creativity flowing again. Get your creativity flowing again. So good for you. You're really, really determined to get your creativity flowing again. Especially when you have been around energies who have been determined to put you in a David and Goliath situation. Especially when you have been around two energies that have been determined to put you in a situation where you have been just harshly judged, right? People have judged loved ones, calling them dark high priestess energies, cause people to move on and be just like really just disappointed, had you walking on eggshells, you thinking you being an open book. Whoever these energies are, whoever they are, don't really matter. I don't think whoever moved on, it don't really matter to me, but it matters to you. That's what matters most, right? Put together your gratitude list, right? So, yeah. Something that's going to help you get to Something is going to really, really help you to get to emotional maturity, to really pour into yourself. So this could be something for somebody. It could really help somebody kind of get to the light side of just being able to pour back into you, right? New beginning for you. New beginning. Right? We had a 10 of Cups here. It's like more, you know, having more sacred bond with you. Having a more sacred bond with you. Right? More sacred relationships with you. Right? So that you're no longer lamenting over, you know, just toxic energies. So that you no longer, so you can flush out toxic energies. You know, the memory of toxic energies, you know? So some new seeds can be planted, okay? New seeds can be planted. You can get the shady energies, you know, you can calm down from just being around shady energies who like to just cook up a bunch of mess. So yeah, so like I said, Source is cooking up something really, really nice for you. You know, Source is cooking up something really, really nice for you. You can get back in the saddle again. You can get back in the saddle again, feel like you won the prize. You can move on and let that tower hit. That's right. The Source is really trying to get somebody to a level of emotional maturity so that you can move on from some things. But yeah, always think that when, like if you, there's many different ways of getting to water. If you don't know what your moon sign is, if you feel like financially you can't afford to do things to pour into yourself, you got a cell phone, you got YouTube, you can listen to water sounds. If you feel like, okay, that's not doing it, if you can get somewhere near a body of water, great. However, let the water run in your sink, for real, that too. So, yeah, that too. Yeah, that too. Yeah, there are some loved ones that really kind of sort of throw people kind of off guard with their shady behavior. You know, no matter unfortunately, Capricorn and even people who are on the cusp, unfortunately, you could celebrate with people, you could go to worship with people. These are loved ones you have an emotional attachment with. You can go to worship with people. We're talking about family members, just so we're crystal clear. Blood relative family members. You could worship with people. You could, you know, talk with people, thinking you having conversation with people, and never even know that they would hurt you. Like they have this whatever kind of feeling they have towards you. So, but you're healing from the pain that they caused you, but you deserve the best. But the tower's coming down. Don't you even worry about that part. Listen to your inner voice. It's still telling lies about you, but you don't care. Leave them behind. Time to open your vault door. New love awaits. Your peace is paramount. You have a new attitude. Follow your heart. Let's pray for them. It's time to do a heart chakra cleanse. Somebody is really learning how to not cast their pearl before swine. And that is scriptural, right? Y'all know that. So we're not calling anybody a pig, but you know. Yeah. Yeah, it's time to open your vault door. It's time, and what that just means is that it's time to know your own worth. It's time to know your own value. Time to know your own worth. It's time to know your own value. I feel like with this right here, Capricorn, somebody may have poured out to loved ones. You may have even prayed with loved ones, and I'm talking about we're talking about fire here. That's praying with loved ones. May have even worshipped with loved ones, and just moved on and just been disappointed. Just, I mean, for real. You're healing from the pain that some people cause you. Anytime some energies have called you dark high priestess energy, and they've aligned with other people who have called you dark high priestess energy and said all kinds of stuff. If you're a parent, you could be a mother or father, because this right here lets me know that somebody could be a parent, right? Or if you created a life for you, because water is talking about creativity. You can talk about your kids, could have talked about whoever, shady, all of this other stuff. So it's just saying they could have jumped to conclusions about a whole lot of things as far as you're concerned. So it's just saying they ruined it. Whoever it is, they ruined it. There's never a chance. You're done with them for good. It's a wrap. Things are flowing to you like water. Wealth is within your reach. You have the gift of clear audience. That's clear listening. The answers you seek are coming. At what age did your parents work on their shadow self, and at what age did you work on your shadow self? And like I said, keep on moving forward. Take your time to decide. It's all becoming clearer. Back straight and walk away. Yep. Back straight and walk away. They're planning to disrupt your money. Backfired. Time to do a throat chakra cleanse. Much better lies ahead. Much better lies ahead. Yeah, it looks like some energies jump to some conclusions, Capricorn. Looks like some energies jump to conclusions. Capricorns, looking at your cards here, you all need to start opening up your mouths and start talking to some people, for real. Y'all need to stop all of this, just trying to internalize and keeping everything to yourself. Y'all need to start calling people and talking to people and start talking. Like, really start calling loved ones and saying, this is what's going on. I don't know who I'm talking to, but somebody need to start putting some phone calls in. These calls are this reading is concerning. Reading is concerning, because when I see the 5 of cups here, it's like somebody's lamenting over something. Like somebody just like people. When the Tower card comes, I just really like people jump into conclusions about something. People jump into like making some harsh judgments about things. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Yeah, so Capricorn, I don't know who I'm talking to, man, woman, whoever you talk to, whatever. If y'all be trying to handle stuff on your own, that's been giving people stress and heartaches. I mean, like heart attacks and stuff. Like, stress kills people. I think people just be saying that for nothing. All this water, all this fire. Yeah, but the end of a rough cycle approaches, for somebody, and Four of Pentacles here. Somebody is going to learn how to be more conservative with their time and close out your vault door. Stop talking so much like gossiping. Like get from around people who are motivated by gossiping. This right here, Ace of Coins and Four of Pentacles, that is a person who does not know their worth and know their value. It's an energy who will put you in survival mode. These energies right here, all this fire, people will put you in survival mode. Six of Swords. So definitely feel like I definitely feel like somebody is learning how to take note. You and somebody. Who is the somebody? When I look at your cards here, Capricorn, somebody that you're not aware of. Somebody that you're not aware of. Has been praying for you and somebody else. That you and somebody else will leave some shady people behind. And people have been calling him a dark witch. But they have been you and somebody's biggest prayer warrior. Here we have the Dame of Swords here. So your third eye is open now. It's a Judgment card. People are just motivated by different things. Is a High Priest. And High Priestess. There's something brought out the High Priest and the High Priestess energy in you. And again, that is about duality. And that's what I'm talking about. That is about duality. So not only do you have the physical and the spiritual. So that's what brought out the duality in you. So something brought out the prayer warrior in you. Something brought out the light side of Emperor energy in you, right? Something brought out the structure in you. Right? And we have the Ace of Cups, teaching you how to protect your wisdom, your pearls of wisdom, teaching you how to move on in childlike faith, to finally put an end to something and move on in childlike faith. And leave something behind. When people are stuck in a particular very negative, low vibrating belief system about you, that's when you say, okay, enough is enough. Enough is enough. So write your list of everything that you're grateful for, but at the end of a tough cycle is approaching for you all. But Capricorns, and again, when you're on, no matter if you're on a cusp or not, cusp of Aquarius, cusp of Sagittarius, wherever, Capricorn is in your birth chart, If you're at the end of a tough cycle and somebody has been really stubborn or scared, or somebody had to turn up the heat on you, to blow torch, whatever the situation is, extend yourself some grace. Don't look at it as like, what is wrong with me? Why it takes so long? Don't do that to yourself. Instead, look at it as, okay, I got some work to do. I need to pour into my cells more. Now I know. Now I know. I got one foot in front of the other. Okay, now I know. Now I know. Now I need to stop being so scared of my shadow. Remember, this is generational. That's why you see the Judgment card. Generational. It's generational. People don't just become scared in the first generation. That's something that happens before you, then before them, whoever. Mom, dad side of the family, whomever. Right? So, a lot of different reasons. You could be an only child. You could be one of 10. You could have been bullied. I mean, it's just too many different, just too many different moving parts to stuff. That's why I always tell people, extend grace, because a lot of other people won't extend you grace. You're going to have to extend grace to yourself. So I bring positive energy into my life. That's what Source is trying to tell you. Bring positive energy into your life. Extend grace to yourself, because a lot of people will not extend grace to you. They won't give you a chance. You have to extend grace to yourself. People will put you in survival mode situations, sit there and laugh and think it's funny, and there's nothing funny about people being in survival mode. It'll cause you all kinds of trauma, and then sit back and tell you, oh, you still going through that? No grace whatsoever. And then jump to conclusions about your mental health. I think it's funny. So, affirmations for work. I have the power to create the work and lifestyle of my dreams. Overwhelm is now abolished and removed from my work today. I calmly focus on one thing at a time. That's right. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. When people are determined, when I say determined, like they are not changing their mind, they are determined to believe the worst about you and the people that you love, do not try to change their mind. Hey, you say 5 plus 5 is 697? Yep. Okay. I'm not going to break my brains trying to convince you otherwise. Somebody say, hey, look, I'm going back to my ex, because my ex treats me, my ex is, they make more money than you do, and they're more gifted and talented, and they, they have a better earning potential than you do, and I can see them being richer than you are. Hey, that's where you need to be. Sensuality is number 3. So what's the other card up here? The sword energy right here. Right here. What's the other card? The other side of yeah. Somebody said taking you too long to get rich, or you don't come from the right kind of family. You know what? You are absolutely right. I don't. Yeah, you're right. I don't come from the right kind of family. You're right. You need to be over there with that family. You're absolutely right. I keep trying to tell people this is the truth. Human's rejection is God's protection from something. Somebody better stop trying to kick down doors. That's not your door. You got your own. Somebody laugh at your ideas one time. Don't tell them anymore. One time. Don't even say anything else. Faith. Miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. You all are divinely protected. That's what we're saying, the Tower card out here. You're divinely protected. You're divinely protected. Operate by faith, not by fear. By faith. So like I said, you all have some prayer warriors praying for you. Got some prayer warriors that's praying for you, because you definitely got some people who are absolutely determined to put people in survival mode. And sometimes it's not even you that they are targeting, Capricorn. Sometimes it's people that you love that they're targeting. So make yourselves a meal. Make yourselves a healthy meal. Make yourselves a healthy meal. 23. I'm adventurous, right? So you have a zest for life, and you are eager to experience any and everything possible. You love change, excitement, and need both to feel truly alive. For you, life is an adventure to be lived to the fullest, right? So I feel like someone is highly creative, but I feel like, again, and I mentioned this in a previous reading, is I feel like in somebody's I feel like travel is going to be pretty big in someone's cards. I feel like travel is going to be in someone's cards. I remember saying this one time. I said in your reading, and it was another Zodiac Signs reading here. Creativity, whether you're writing books, whether you're writing songs, whether you're creating briefs, whatever you're creating, you're making. You need to be in those spaces around those people, whatever the goal is for you to create, whatever it is you're creating. So if you want to write books, you want to put yourself in those spaces where people are doing that. And even with technology, you want to put yourself in those spaces, right? Be in those spaces, right? And that's what I feel like that's where somebody is going to be in those spaces where it is actually supported, Yeah. The source has you covered. Source has you covered. You are protected. And I'm telling you, you all are an answer prayer to a lot of people, for a lot of people. But like I said, you are somebody's gonna stop. Like I said, you're gonna stop just sharing your creative ideas with people. That's what you're gonna stop. This right here is gonna stop you. That's what I have for you. I will see you all in the next video. But yeah, but you absolutely have the dual gifts. You have a lot of gifts. Somebody have inherited a lot of creative gifts, and you are motivated, to use all of these gifts, these creative gifts. So that's what a lot of highly creative people. What's the when I saw that number 23, I thought about the first person I thought of when I saw 23 was Michael Jordan. But what's the and I was laughing when I saw this interview. What was the basketball player that said he wanted to go back to school and get his master's degree And he was saying, so the person said, well, you need at least a certain number of people in the classroom to fill the classroom. And so he paid for he paid for his friends to get their master's degree too. Y'all know who I'm talking about. but that's also creativity. So whatever it is you're trying to create, whether it's to increase your, to go back to school, creativity, whatever it is you're trying to create, somebody has a lot of creativity, and you just have to be in the spaces where people are actually going to support that, and it's not just one way or the highway. It's never just one way or the highway. So you have to have that freedom to do it. And but in the meantime, somebody needs to look up divine masculine and divine feminine energy, to add structure to it so that you don't think is tied to sexuality or gender, right? It is, we are all always in sending and receiving mode. That's what I have for you. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you all in the next video. Make it a great week. Bye.